Welcome to Wham Bam Security Cam. Today's video may be our most disturbing compilation yet, packed with crime, craziness, and surprises. Be sure to stick around until the end for a special bonus video. Roll 'em! Dustin told us he sees all sorts of interesting things happen at the liquor store he owns. One night, his security cams captured an attempted break-in. Okay, maybe it was more than just an attempted break-in. Get it? Because he broke the glass? Hey, I'm just trying to lighten things up. I'm sure this was very frustrating for Dustin. He actually provided us with some of his own narration. Let's get his take on what happened.
Here's my wake-up call this morning. What's up? Let's throw a rock at this guy's door. It's like he's wearing Vincent Van Gogh underwear. Yeah. These
We agree with his sentiments, but we can't play all of them here. This is a family-friendly channel, Dustin. It looks like a group of burglars was working together because a second car also peeled out. We're starting to see more and more brazen criminals on this channel, but they don't seem to be getting any smarter. Seriously, he had to smash the window out to realize he wouldn't be able to bend the metal bars? Come on, man. The police arrived 5 minutes after the burglars left. Sadly, they're still at large, and Dustin paid $600 out of his own pocket to fix the damage. Dan's security cam began recording when two homeless people started hanging around the back of his building. That on its own wasn't too concerning, but take a look at what they did next. Apparently they thought it would be a good idea to start a fire using some cardboard boxes and some firewood left outside for a grill. The most obvious problem with this plan was that they started it right next to a wooden ramp. Unsurprisingly, the flames quickly spread to the ramp and the fire grew rapidly out of control. It's hard to tell, but it looks like one of them tried to throw some water on the fire from this bin. This particular camera also recorded audio, and we're pretty sure that's water sizzling in the flames. Sadly, it wasn't even close to enough to extinguish the blaze. So guess what they did next? Yep, they took off, leaving the chaos they'd caused behind them. Dan told us the fire reached the internet cable and stopped his cameras from recording just before firefighters arrived. We can barely hear their sirens in the background. Thank God they got there before the building burned down. The ramp was destroyed and the wall blackened by the flames, and Dan's insurance provider cut him a check for $4,000 to repair the damage. He told us he and his son Devin are huge fans of all the Wham Bam channels, but he wishes he had something to send us that wasn't such a hot mess. An arson investigation was conducted, but the individuals responsible still haven't been located. Carlos's car was parked under his security cam when two people on a motorcycle stopped in front of it just off camera. One of the riders opened his car's hood and attempted to steal the 12-volt battery. After some difficulty, he gave up and left, only to return a little while later, now wearing a raincoat. Carlos thinks the change of wardrobe must have been inspired when the thief noticed his security cam. He must have brought some tools with him too, because this time he was successful in removing the car's battery. Carlos is understandably angry about the theft, but he's glad the thieves didn't steal or damage his car. It was a gift from his grandfather, and it holds a special place in his heart. He didn't think the police would do anything about it, so he didn't bother making a police report and has since replaced the battery. This video features even more thieves, and they're even younger than the last ones. They seem to do a double take as they rode their bikes down the street before doubling back. What caught their eyes? Some scooters. They carefully snuck down the side of the house before taking off with them. Not long after, they ditched their bikes and rode the scooters around the block, right in front of the house they'd stolen them from. Thankfully, this story has a good ending, at least for the submitter. He contacted the police, but they didn't do anything, so he reached out to the kids' school. The scooters were soon returned, accompanied by apologies from the kids. Okay, we need a break from chaos. Maybe we can calm down a little with this video from Emma. Well, that wasn't any better. It looks like the driver of a red vehicle was attempting to make a U-turn when a black car lost control and smashed into it. The black car continued and crashed into cars parked in a lot, getting some air in the process. According to Emma, the occupants of the black car tried to flee the area, but police caught up to them and brought them back to the scene of the collision. Let's watch that one more time. Brutal. Okay, can we please have a break now? Hey look, it's cute cam time. Here's something we've never seen on our channel before, monkeys. Our submitter called these guys the local Vervant Monkey Troop, and he told us the parents walked through his yard while their kids played in the tree and on the fence. He also told us they like to forage in trash cans and occasionally eat fruit from the trees around the area. This submitter had an interesting visitor one night. This gentleman seemed to be having a hard time standing up, but that didn't dissuade him from trying to get into our submitter's house. After a few minutes of trying to get the door open, he decided to ask for a favor. Let's listen in.
Can I take a shower, please?
Our submitter was disinclined to acquiesce to his request. Rejected, he stomped away.
Okay.
Hopefully, he eventually ended up at his own house. Apparently, Adam and his friends couldn't wait until Independence Day to break out the fireworks. One of them malfunctioned and exploded in the launch tube instead of in the air. Nobody was injured, but Adam said he learned a valuable lesson that day: run away when setting off fireworks. Raul's neighbor owns a bounce house business and was outside doing a routine cleaning after lending one out. It was windy that day, and the castle stood no chance against the wind before rolling away with her inside. The woman's daughter came rushing over to help her out of it, and she was able to crawl out uninjured. At least she was well protected during that misadventure. The neighbors came over later and asked to see the video, and they all shared a laugh. This submitter's daughter had been staying with her for a while, but she kept forgetting to close the garage door when leaving each morning. Our submitter decided to teach her daughter a lesson. She set up a dummy to scare her daughter when she returned home. I think that got her attention. Listen to the submitter laughing diabolically. This is the third submission from Blue Chow 35 that we've featured on Wham Bam Security Cam. Are you going to continue letting her have all the fun? Send us your videos using the link in the description. We promised a reward for watching to the end, so here's a bonus clip just for you. The Sentry Mode camera on this Tesla Model Y caught a rather strange event. You'll see what we mean. Was that a jug of milk? When Kyle later returned to his Tesla, he wondered why there was something splattered on it. After reviewing his mobile security cam, he discovered the source of the dried dairy, and it looks like the Tesla wasn't the only car splattered with the bovine beverage. Kyle can't figure out why anyone would do this. What's your theory?
Wham! Bam, we got a Patreon, man. Please support the show.